because spirit world is our home. You live only on this earth for temporary time. At the longest 100 years. But how about spirit world? You will live there for eternity. Therefore, that is our home. So that world is subject world. This world is object world. Therefore, the salvation work in spirit world is more important than this world. Therefore, Father, in the beginning, He did salvation providence only for men on earth, but all in His idea, there was salvation work for spirit men, the spirit world. Therefore, He took many years to prepare for that. So, when Father was blessed in 1960, and I joined in 1955, from that time, Father all the time traveled all the countries. We traveled many times on high mountains or lake or seaside, everywhere. You think why Father did that? He wanted to find every place not the same. He wanted to find best place for spiritual work, where good spirit can come and we can easily communicate to the spirit world, and we can do proceed spiritual salvation work. He wanted to find that place, and finally, the place he found was Cheongpyeong. And from 1960, he always, even 9 times, he went to fishing, Cheongpyeong Lake. You know, bell fishing? End of string, you put bell there. And when fish catch bait, then it sounds. By that you can draw the fishing rod. And also we built there first Divine Principle Workshop building. It was built in 7 days. And the people called the house Ghost House because they couldn't see 7 days before, and suddenly it came out, so it's called Ghost House. There we invited Christian ministers, and we gave them a Divine Principle Workshop. And that was the beginning of Cheongpyeong. And Father, on that foundation, Father began New Providence from 1997. So November 29th, 1997, that was, 40 million couple blessing. Father started that, and last stage blessing was held on that day, 1997, November 29th. That was held in New York. And all the leaders were called there to come there, and I was there too. And Father, at the end, Father declared suddenly, shocking news, that was, He blessed 5 great saints and 3 big devils, he said. He blessed great saints and devils together at one time. Then who are the 3 devils, you know? I know 2 for sure, that is Stalin and Hitler. They are blessed. For us, it is understandable that, who bless great saints, that's a normal thing, natural thing. They should be the first ones to be blessed. But how the worst guys were blessed there, together with them? We could not understand. How do you think? But Father said that to give shock to spirit world, He did that. So top and bottom, they were blessed. So this shocking news upside shaken the spirit world. So a big noise came there from there. How such a guy could be blessed? Everybody said that. Then when will be my turn? Maybe next time? Everybody said that. The worst guy was blessed. Then why not he? My turn. Everybody began to shout. So there were big things happened, and 2 days later, Father declared the opening of blessing for spiritual world. He said 2 days later. That was December 1st. December 1st, Father declared opening up the gates for blessing in the spiritual world. So that was to have that. Father prepared many things for many days. We did not know what Father was doing, but finally he did that. Therefore, until that time, there was big walls between Satan's territory and God's territory. From Satan's territory, no one could come over to God's territory. Satan made this one, thick walls. But because of this blessing, big hole was made in the walls. Then what will happen? Wall come to collapse. So the time came. And now, from that time on, newer things, all the blessings now centered on spiritual world. So Father began that one. Now, and May 15th, 1998, Father liberated Wales and opened the gates to God's kingdom. This was done. This was given, May 15th. And June 2nd, 1998, Father said that there must be education system to teach divine principle to spirit men in spiritual world. This is a completely new one. There was nothing like this before. Why? Because there was no place for God to establish spiritual world in spirit world. Because if all the people were fallen people, therefore they occupied whole territory of spirit world. There was no place for God to establish God's workshop place. But after Father blessed our members on earth, and among them many went to the spirit world. As they go to spirit world, where they live Satan's territory or God's territory. We are, of course, we are not perfected men yet, but we belong to God because our lineage was changed and we became God's children. See? Therefore, we go to God's territory in spirit world. Now we don't go to Satan's hell. No. This is a difference. Now, Christians, they say they are saved, but are they really saved? No. They belong to Satan's lineage. Therefore, they go to Satan's place. Even though our members, when you can make some mistakes, that can happen anytime. But when you die, you don't go to Satan's place. You go to God's territory, and there you pay. This is different from other people. So blessed families, that's a privilege. We hear something that when in Korea, one leader made a mistake and he was spirit world, and the spiritual man who can see spirit world, they said that he put in his back what he did. Wrong thing. He put it on his back, and he was doing things in God's territory, spirit world. Therefore, our blessed members, you don't go to Satan's territory. You don't go. You don't go to hell. Even though we make some mistake, we go to God's territory. So that is our privilege. That came because of Father, two parents. Okay. And then when we give lectures to our men on earth, is it easy to teach them? Especially when we teach them God and or spirit world or spirit man. They say, oh, you show us. With our eyes, I cannot see anything. Therefore, there is no God. no spirit world, no spirit man. That's what they say. They only admit that what they can see with their five senses, they exist. The others are not existing. This is what they say. Therefore, to make them understand God, spirit world, and spirit body, man is very difficult. And also, even though we make them understand that, but is it easy to bring them to our church? No, because they say, oh, I have work to do. I have to raise my children. I have to go to school. I have to go to my work. They don't come. And also they say, oh, we people on earth, they always fight between mind and body. Always fight. Mind say you do this thing, but body follow that. Always mind says you to do good things, but body does not follow it. Always body just want to control your mind. Control things happen. Therefore, it is very difficult to make members here. Then, but how about in spirit world? In spirit world, it is difficult to make them understand God, spirit world, and spirit mind. They are living in spirit world. They know God exists there. God looks like sun there. Sunshine. That's God. And also they are living with their spirit man. Therefore, no explanation is needed for them to understand spirit world and spirit man. Because they see their ancestors, they see their descendants in the same place. Therefore, they know they are not men on earth. They understand that. Therefore, to teach them spirit world is a very easy thing. And also they show them hell's spirit, king, God's kingdom, everything they show. Therefore, they can understand when they do something wrong, they go to hell and they suffer very much. When they do good things, they go to God's kingdom. They know. Very easy to teach them anything, everything. And in spirit world, in divine principle, principle of creation teaches us that salvation work of resurrection of spirit man, how it comes? It says that spirit man must come down on earth and must find their counterpart, and when their counterpart listen to divine principle, they can listen together with them to divine principle. That was what divine principle teaches. But if you follow this principle, you think it is difficult or it's easy to become resurrection, to get resurrection. Very difficult, because for the spirit man to come down on earth is not easy. And to find good counterpart who fit you is not easy. And we are not listening to divine principle anytime. How many times you hear? Therefore, even though they come to the man on earth, the man is not listening to divine principle. How can they hear? So it is very difficult for them to get resurrection. But when the workshop of divine principle is established in spirit world, then it will be easy or not. Much easy. They already from spirit world, they can come there. And they can hear God's words, and by hearing God's words, they get resurrection. How did we get resurrection? By listening to divine principle, God's words, we could get resurrection. Same thing. Therefore, it is much easier to have workshop in spirit world. Spirit man can easily get resurrection. But how could they come to workshop? That's the problem. Can they come to workshop directly? No. They have to go out, because here the descendants are needed. Descendants go to Cheongpyeong and you do ancestor liberation. That time they are liberated. They can free. They are in Satan's world. Because our ancestor liberation ceremony, they can be free and they can come to workshop place. Otherwise they cannot go. Therefore, there should be somebody who liberates them. And when they become free, they can come to workshop place. Because of this, our liberation ceremony is needed or not? Needed very much, Therefore, our ancestors are eagerly waiting for the day when their descendants come to Changpyeong workshop and do liberation ceremony for them. They are waiting for this. For them, they want to be resurrected. They want to get new life in spirit world. So going to workshop is very important. Going to Changpyeong is very important. You understand? And in Changpyeong, at workshop in spirit world, what they get rid of? They get rid of only fallen natures and evil natures. But original sin cannot be cleansed there. Original sin, for the cleansing of original sin, they must come down on earth. This is because holy wine ceremony is only held on earth, not in spirit world. So after we finished 210 generation liberation, what happened? We don't have to do ancient liberation ceremony. Just what we have to do is ancient blessing ceremony. See? That is the reason why. Because holy wine ceremony is held only on earth. Therefore, for them to become perfect spirit man, they have to come down on earth. And there, they have to get rid of original sin. By removing original sin, they become true God's children. So with original sin, they cannot become God's children. Because of this is very important. And also, one thing you have to understand is, we now, for husband side 4 lines, wife side 4 lines, and for altogether 8 lines, we have to liberate and bless. But you have your father. Your father has brothers, sisters. They are your aunts and uncles. They are blessed or not? When you bless, you do only direct line. They are not blessed. See? They are just. They are very sorry. They are very unhappy because only one who has descendants, they can be blessed. And the others, because they don't have their descendants, so they cannot get blessing. So this is most important thing up to 7 generations. Cost of blessing as the liberation is higher, more expensive than the others. That's right? Because the 7 generations give most influences to the men on earth. The higher ones, not so much. Therefore, it is more important. Therefore, the cost is more high. And even though you liberate and bless your direct line, and if you don't liberate and bless your uncles, aunts, and cousins, then they want to be liberated and blessed. Therefore, they send sign to you. Or you, it's not so, for you it's difficult, but for us, you give me a favor. They always give the signal. Or give me a favor and you liberate me and you bless me. They want to be liberated and blessed. They cannot rely on other people. They have to rely on their brothers, descendants, or all those things. Therefore, they all give this signal. But if you don't hear them and if you don't give them what they want, then what do you think they do? They harm you, because they are angry and give punch. That is sickness or accident happens. Therefore, it is very important. And also, those who study the family tree, there's a study, and your uncle comes to, when you have many brothers, sisters, they come down to there's an order where they can come. And those brothers and sisters, they get trouble. So therefore, for me, I have Many uncles and aunts are all liberated and blessed them. This is sideline blessing is very important, especially up to 7 years between generations, especially grandparents' time of your aunts, your uncle, your aunts, cousins. You have to liberate and bless them. If you do this, you don't have any trouble. But if you don't, sometimes you get something which you don't have. This is important. We call it side blessing. We call this. And June 13th, 1998, Father declared unified blessing ceremony for the spiritual world and physical world. So this your husband went to spirit world and wife is living on earth. They can get blessing. So spirit world, spirit man and man on earth, they can get blessing. This is unified blessing. It was given from June 13th, 1998. And 1999, February 12th, from February 12th, 1999, ancestor liberation ceremony began. So it took quite many years. Father began blessing in 1960 and 1999, almost end of 1999, ancestor liberation started. So how many years it took? Almost 40 years. That was so difficult thing. Therefore, one day, Father asked Fumonim how the liberation, ancestor liberation is going on. He asked her, and she couldn't answer back directly. Very soon, so she hesitated, because she couldn't tell lie to Father, and Father knew that it was not going so well. Why is it? Among our members, those who go, who does this, they do, but those who do not, they don't do it. That is for whose benefit we do it? For Changpyeong benefit? For our benefit. But many members do not understand that. They think Changpyeong is making some excuse or some reasons to collect money. Because of that, they don't come to Changpyeong. They don't do that. But that is their loss. Who is losing? Changpyeong is not losing anything. But from the viewpoint of God's providence is becoming slow. If the spirit world, more than half of spirit world is blessed, then what do you think will happen? In Father's words, there are many places Father said that. The time will come when spirit world gives you disease and cure at the same time. When our members go to somebody and he does not listen to, he does not want to come to our church, then in that case, the ancestors give them something bad, sickness, accidents or something. And when they come, they draw, they give. When they gave disease, and if they follow, they give them cure. So they get well. See? This is love. And there are many evil spirits around us. When you go to Changpyeong, you don't go by yourself, not alone. Or you in your family, in your house, there are many spirits. You don't know there are so many in your house. Therefore, when you go to Changpyeong, you all take them with you. Here, June Dabi, 3-7 couple, I told her the same thing. Asked her, when you come to Changpyeong, you don't come alone. Or you collect all those near you, you bring them together with you. And one time she went that, she followed my words and she came to Changpyeong and Fumonim saw her, crowds of spirit coming behind her. So she was, Fumonim was so happy to see that. So they get the same merit. When we liberate our ancestors, they got to get liberation. So they go to spirit world workshop, and they get training, and also when you do blessing ceremony, they also get blessing. Because of that, now how many absolute good spirits in spirit world? They say, Changpyeong say, 480 billion. 480 billion spirit men are made good as absolute good spirits. Or if we do only 8 lines, not many, several thousand, one couple. How many couple we have? Not many. We don't have many members. So from that big number, that cannot come. That's because when our liberation ceremony and blessing ceremony time, many get merits, so they come. And one time, in Korea we have Changpyeong, they sell this good spirit man house, that Seonyeongdang, good spirit man house, like Korean roof style and house. It's made of marble stone. Did you see it? Yeah. I have that in my house. And one time I had to repair my floor. I had to move that Seonyeongdang good spirit house from my room to other room, where we have one Japanese sister helping us. Her room, we moved to her room because her room was okay, so we moved there. And that night, I was sleeping, I heard big noise of siren. Siren, the police siren, like siren? Yeah. In the dream, I woke up and saw one big guy, that's American, not Western man, not Korean, he was not Korean. One guy and he had just young people now wear a cap backside, with that guy, big one, and half short pants, that big guy. And behind him, a black-haired woman she was hiding her face, and she was following him, and they went out of my house. I saw that. So in that room, because she was not blessed, in her room there were many spirits were there. And when I moved that Seonyeongdang to that room, in there my good ancestors stayed there. They all chased them out. That was what I saw in that. Yeah. So that really happens. And when I was in Germany, 1982 to 1986, I was in Germany. Feldbergstrasse house. There we stayed, and the 5th floor, there was one side was father's room, and the other side there were 3 rooms. One room I stayed, window side, and middle room. It was empty sometimes, many times. One time I slept there, and during the night, I was choked by spirit man attacked me. So I woke and chased away. But there, somebody who died was staying there. Not only me, so other people say they had same experiences. So many are like that. So your house must be clean. Those spirits must be away from that. And December 12th, 1999, and Sister Blessing Ceremony started. So, it took almost 1 year from the beginning. And the next year, you think Satan is head? Satan has head? Satan knows how to find what. Satan is not so foolish. Smart. Very smart. And he knew already his territory, his men, his people under him, they were leaving from his territory, and they were changing to God's lineage people. So, and also what Father was going to do, he knew everything, and he thought he could not maintain his position anymore. And finally, he decided to come to God to surrender. That came March 21st, 1999. No more. 2000. 1999, yeah. March 21st, 1999. And May 14th, Father said, did it. Liberation ceremony for the cosmos. Because Satan surrendered, therefore, Father did this. Liberation ceremony for the cosmos. Cosmos could be liberated from Satan. Satan surrendered, therefore, after 2 months, Father did this. And there, did you hear about 99 days? 99 days and 310 days. 99 days, it's 1999, September, 9th day, 9th hour, 9th minute, and 9th second. 9 is 8. And the father was 79 years old that year, so including father's 9. So number 9 had 9 times. So this is called 99 days. And on 99 days, Father declared that the walls between heaven and earth made by Satan were broken down. It came after Satan's surrender. And after return of cosmos to God's side, this came. And 10 days, next day, September 10th, Father said, September 10th, 10th hour, 10th minute, 3 tenths. This all restored. And he said, from number 1 to 10 were restored to God. Therefore, for Satan, there was no number to take. This means that, So 10 day, 10 was restored, so 10. All the numbers, from 1 to 10 were restored to God. Therefore, there was no number left for Satan. And 3:10, 3 means Old Testament age, New Testament age, and complete Testament age. 3 tenths. So 3 Old Testament age, New Testament age, complete Testament age were all indemnified and restored, and everything was cleansed. This was declared by God Father. So 99 days, 310 days, so important. This is the end of 1999. Why did he do these things, so many things at one time? Because Father wanted to finish by 20th century, and he wanted to start 21st century anew. And October 13th, 1999, Father declared that Blessing and Liberation Day for the entire cosmos came. Blessing and Liberation Day for entire cosmos came. And October 24th, he declared that declaration of the coming of the era of the realm of the fourth Adam. Father declared himself as fourth Adam. First Adam fell. Second Adam was crucified on the cross. Third Adam, he came, but he finished almost everything, but he was put in jail many times. How many times he was put in? 6 times. So they were all injured. But fourth Adam knew. So he went up from third Adam to fourth Adam position. There, he has nothing to do with the failure. And so a new era started from this time. So fourth Adam is not a new Adam, but Father went up to fourth Adam position. And as I say, December 12th, 1999, and the blessing was begun. And June 29th, 2000, Father declares the returning ceremony of cosmos to God. This is the preparation of coronation ceremony for God's kingship. For God to restore his kingship, he must have people, he must have territory, land. So Father is blessed many people on earth and many people in the spirit world. Because of this, Father could do coronation ceremony for God's kingship. And before this, he declared the returning of cosmos to God. So cosmos all came to God's side. Therefore, God could have restored his kingship. And in April 10th, 2004, Father declared liberation and freedom of angelic world. So angelic world was restored to original position. By this, he faced everything. Now, because of the fall of man, God lost first ancestors of mankind, but Father restored that, and all the people on earth, they became Satan's children. Now, because of the salvation providence for men on earth, God opened the way for the earthly men to become God's children. And also because of salvation providence for the spirit men in spirit world, all the men in spirit world, the fallen man becomes God's children, men of God's children. So, and God could restore his original position as God restored his kingship. An angelic world came back to original position. Satan surrendered. Everything was restored. Is there anything left undone? Because of this, Father said, he has completely everything. Then somebody will say, why still so many people are not restored? They are still living in hell. You let them work together with Jesus. Why did he prepare Christians and Christian churches? To let them work together with Father. They should become, if they had followed Father, if they had believed in Father, they would become Father's hands and legs. They do everything Father wants. If they did that, if whole Christian churches, all the Christians came to Father, how fast you think God's providence go? Because they did not come to Father. Father had to establish HSAUWC, but still our members not so big. Because of this, restoration providence is going slow. Then whose responsibility is that? The reason, the work to restore all the fallen people, remaining people to God. Whose work is that? True parents must do that? Or we must do that. In our family pledge, we say, as honor of 천일국, we pledge to restore original world and build, what you say, the kingdom of God on earth and in spirit world. Who is that? Who is pledging? Who is doing pledge? True parents are pledging, doing pledge. Yeah, so that means whose responsibility is that? To restore people on earth is our part of responsibility, not true parents. True parents cannot live more than 100 years. If they only 2 people do it, how many it will take? Therefore, they already opened everything, all the way. All the ways are open, all made. Satan gone, God went back to original position. Everything came back to original state. Only left one is remaining fallen people, remaining spirit men, spirit world. They have to be restored. Satan went away. So this time, Father said, in the old days, even at night time, it was so difficult to pray. All the fear came. Satan always tried to attack us. So at night time, you couldn't pray by yourself, always together with our members. Otherwise, we didn't pray. But now, you can pray anytime. Not only that, you can speak anything. In 1960, our father was blessed, and he became true parents. They became true parents. But until 1970, I could not speak the words true parents in service time. When I give sermon to our members, I could not use that word because it was not accepted by our society, but they could understand what it meant. All the time, in Korea we have a police system and National Intelligence Service and also military information service. Three organizations. They always watched us, surveilled us. On the surveillance of them. Therefore, anytime they could come to my office, so they wanted to hear what we say, all the time. They were afraid we have political aim, so they always worried about that. And they watched how our second generation go, which direction. When my son was graduating from high school they go to university, they watched which department they go. To go to law school or political course. Lucky, we did not plan, but we don't know that, but 36 couples or four sons, they were graduated from Sonha, the women's girls' school, girls' high school. We had to send our sons to girls' high school because that the new school. Therefore, in the beginning, there were not many applicants for our school. Therefore, Father asked us to send our sons to girls' high school. So we had to do that, and they graduated. But they were very smart sons, and four of them went to Seoul University, and they all went to economics department. And when they saw it, they were a little bit eased by seeing that. So in that point, up to that point, they always used. They watched it. But now, therefore, in Korea, we can now say, Cheonilguk means country, nation, Restoration Nation. Nobody says anything. In the past, it cannot be thought like that. We couldn't imagine such thing. Time comes. But now we are free. We can say anything. So because of this, Father said, now God's will is done already. He said that. But here is one thing left. One more thing left. You know what that is? June 13th, 2006, we built a Cheonjeonggung, and there was a Cheonjeonggung entrance ceremony and coronation ceremony for true parents, who are King and Queen of Cosmic Peace. We did that. You know that. What is that? That was God's wish was to live together with his children. God wanted to do that. Up to before the time of the Father, he was always alone. Only Jesus was beside him. Therefore, his wish was to live as many children as possible together with them. And this Cheonjeonggung is the place God and true parents and children, their children are living together. This is Cheonjeonggung. Therefore, Cheonjeonggung entrance ceremony is also one big thing to liberate God's heart. But final thing, one thing which is not done, one more thing. In new 천성경 book, English edition you will have in August this year. You will have English edition, new one, new revised edition. And in that book, part 1, there is a father's statement. It says, the first purpose of God's creation of Adam and Eve is to take sufficient form for God. So God wanted to take sufficient form. God wanted to have substantial form. Because of this, God created Adam and Eve. This was God's first purpose of creation of Adam and Eve. Father said that in many places. This, God's children, we are the image of God. God created man as image of God. And image of God has, in spirit world, what we have? We have 2 parts. Spirit mind is invisible, and spirit body is visible. We have 2 parts, visible part and invisible part. This is image of God the children have. Then how about God? Source of God's image, God has only invisible part. Does he have visible part? No. Therefore, God's wish, first purpose is to have he wanted to have his substantial form. God wanted to have his spirit body. This was his wish. Because of this, God created Adam and Eve. Said this. Therefore, when first Adam and Eve reached perfection and they got blessing of God, that was the time when God and first Adam and Eve completely united in one. So completely united in one means that Adam's spirit body becomes Father God's spirit body. Perfected Eve's spirit body becomes Mother God's spirit body. This is perfect unity between God and true parents. This was God's desire. And Father's last task was that, to achieve this goal. So because of this, Father did July 8th, 2010, I think you remember, everybody remembers. Father had such assembly, cosmic assembly for the settlement of the true parents of heaven, earth, and mankind, who, as God's embodiment, proclaim the word. Did you hear this? With the same title, Father has this assembly in many places. I call it. July 8th, he had this meeting in Korea. July 24th in America. August 23rd in Israel. November 22nd in New York. November 27th in Las Vegas. December 4th in Seoul. And next year, March 5th in Las Vegas. April 24th in Incheon. May 13th in Switzerland. And from April 26th to May 18th in Europe, 23 countries. With the same title, same contents, he has this meeting. And not only that, when he had Hundoke in Korea, all the time he read this manuscript. And every time he had, in Korea, we had a big meeting, he reprinted his manuscript. His eyes are not so good, so he always made his manuscript with big letters. With big letters, same size booklet he made, manuscript, and he handed out to everybody. Not only one time, several times he did. You think, why you think he did this? Because he had much money, so to spend the money, to waste the money? he has a clear purpose. To understand this, we have to understand what Jesus did. When Jesus went to Mount Gethsemane to have final prayer, did he go alone or did he go with his disciples? He took 3 disciples with him, and he placed them one place, and he asked them to pray together with him, and he went several steps forward, and there he prayed. And after he finished his prayer, he came back and saw the 3 disciples, they were sleeping. And what he did, oh, now you wake up, and we'll continue our prayer. As you pray here again, and I go and pray. And he did it and came back, and he found again they were sleeping. And Jesus said, now the time is gone. Now you go home and rest. He said that. Why did he take 3 disciples with him? In Bible it says, when 3 people come together and they pray together, Heavenly Parent, God will hear. This was written. So, much more to get more effect of prayer. Jesus went with 3 disciples. Why did Father make this, give out all his manuscript to many people? And he read this every time. Whenever he had meeting, he read this. To ask all of our members to join him as he did, as he read the manuscript. All the members should do the same thing. He wanted to have that. He did not ask it. If he asked it and we don't do, then we got caught by heavenly law. So he does say that. But in his mind, he wanted that. But did we do it? We did not know. Just why Father is giving out this? Just we received it and we did not do. And Father wanted. And here also he said that settlement, cosmic assembly for the settlement of the true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. What is the settlement of true parents? When you hear this, you think, true parents want to settle in Seoul, Korea, or in Hamburg, Germany, or in London, England. Which place is the place he wanted to settle? The settlement of true parents means that he wanted to settle inside, in God. To unite with God, that was the place he wanted to settle. This was his goal. And he said, finally, in July 3rd, 2011, next year, July 3rd, the first purpose of God's providence is realized. And everything, Eungman said, has been completed, fulfilled, and concluded. The era of prosperity and great peace is fulfilled. The era of Fundoke is fulfilled and completed. And November 17th to 18th, he said, declaration, this is final one, Memorial Day of the greatest victory of Cheonilgu. The record of the eternal victory is completed, fulfilled, and concluded. Azu. And he said, the complete oneness of the true parents and the true God. He's written down, and he said, God is perfected, fulfilled, and concluded. He said, God is perfected. What does this mean? When God had only invisible part, he was not perfect yet. That was not the finish of God's wish. God wanted to have visible part. But by uniting with true parents, God came to have his visible part, spirit body. Therefore, Father said, God is perfected. So now, God has invisible body, that's the divine mind, invisible part, and he has spirit body. So God, everyone, we have two. All the creation has 성상 and 형상. Because of oneness with true parents, God came to have 성상 and 형상. Invisible part and visible part. Therefore, God is perfected. God. You can understand what I mean? Then, because of whom God became perfected? True parents. From this we can understand. Now, Father in spirit world, Mother on this earth. When Father comes to this world, where will he come? Where will he come? He come to his son, or who is the closest one? If Father and Mother are not united, they cannot become one with God. See? Most important thing is that the unity between Father and Mother. This is most important. If they are not united, they cannot become one with God. From this you can understand what is more important. Most important thing. Therefore, Father and Mother are completely one. So, Father's authority and Mother's authority is the same. You have to understand this. Because of this, Mother can do what Father did on earth with the same authority. But many do not understand this. Some parties say Mother is only wife of Messiah. No. Without Mother, Father cannot be true parents. You understand? Messiah, more higher one than Messiah is who? True parents. When Father did work, always he prayed in the name of true parents. He never prayed in his own name, only Father's name, no. Always used true parents. In true parents' name he prayed. And when he blessed, with what name? Only Father's name alone? No. With the Father's name alone, he cannot bless. In true parents, with true parents' name, with true parents' position, he can give blessing. So without Mother, can he become the Savior? No, never. When he becomes one with the Mother, he can work as Savior. See? So they must be united. Otherwise, they cannot become Savior, or they cannot do anything. No restoration providence, no salvation providence. Jesus, why he died? Because he could not have his wife. Because of that, he had to be crucified. He was crucified on the cross. So if he has a wife, he never get crucifixion. So from this we have to understand the mother's position. No, Father always spoke about that. Same position, same level. They all come together. He said that. When this comes to clear, there cannot be any confusion. Why did we come to our church? Did we come to our church for the children of true parents? Why did you join our church? Because of who? Because of whom? True parents. Because of true parents we came. When we came, there were no children. See? In the early days. So children are just children of true parents. They are nothing. If we, from the authority point, when they become one with true parents, they can have something. If they are not united with true parents, from God's side, they are so important as true parents. No. All the things, when we are same. When we are united with true parents, we become valuable people. We are separated from true parents, we are nothing. Same thing to anybody, okay? And when I had interview with 세계일보 in Korea, I said that the whole restoration of Providence is only the matter of time. Because Father establishes everything. And if time goes by, God will be realized. No doubt about that. So I said, within this century, all the people on the earth will watch the day when God's great will is realized. God's will realized. That's why God's Taligo will be established on earth. This is my belief. So therefore, what we have to do, what we have to do is to make our tribes, to reach out to people and give them blessing. So Father said, extermination of Satan's lineage and globalization of God's blessing is our goal, he said that. We have to root out all the Satan's lineage. There should be no one of Satan's lineage left on earth, in spirit world. And everybody should be blessed. This is the globalization of blessing. So God's purpose of salvation is universal salvation. Everybody, no one left. Everybody must be blessed and must be saved. Okay, thank you. I want to finish by this.
Thank you so much, President Kim. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, brothers and sisters. You know, I think for many of us, if we actually reach to his age, it'll already be an achievement. If we are as lucid as he is at that age, it'll be great. And he's spoken to us for about 2 hours and 20 minutes or 25 minutes. So I think in this tour in Europe, as far as I understand, this is actually his longest speech. So he has really poured out his heart and love to the UK. Okay. So, thank you so much, President Kim. And I can tell you, our UK brothers and sisters truly love you and your wife and all you're doing for us. Thank you. While you're arranging, we're going to take a group photograph here. We've got a really magical camera that can scan the audience and nobody will be left out. Isn't that wonderful? So, but we need our main figures sitting here. I'm so sorry. If you could then move to the sides. Tom? Okay, we'll have a song first, but just before we start up the song, let me make a few announcements. Can I have your complete attention? This is really important. We're going to, first we will take this group photo, and then I will invite up Mr. Franklin Fortune to really give us a really roof-rising augmenté at the end to close that. But before that, I also want to announce from Chris Lebar about announcement for service on June 22nd. The Blessed Children's Summer Camp, that's today's day, of course. Blessed Children's Summer Camp for ages 8 to 11 is taking applications now. Chris, are you there? Where are you? Can you stand up? There's Chris at the back, okay? You can talk to him if you are the parents of children in that age group. It will be held in Cleeve House from August 1st to August 7th. And if you are interested and have not yet completed an application form, please see the staff in the area or outside the back of the hall after this service, okay? So Chris does a really good job, actually, in running these programs every year. And so your child will have a wonderful experience. But sign up while there are still places. So we're going to have a song, Crystal?
Yeah, the song's going.
Let's all rise.
Father's dwelling place is the fountain of our life, drawn to the light of eternal day. We abandon the darkness, may the word of God in my heart reside. So eternally to receive His love, we shall be His bride and delight, children of the living God. Into the world of Eden we gave, let's go marching together. The Father's dwelling place is the throne of new life. Now our resurrection is come, which we long awaited. May the word of God in my heart reside. So eternally to receive His joy, we shall be His bride and delight, children of the living God. Into the world of Eden we came, let's go sing together. The Father's dwelling place is eternal paradise, where the blessing we have to reserve will be freely given. May the word of God in my heart resound. So eternally to receive His praise, we shall be His bride and delight, children of the living God. Into the world of Eden we gave, let's go dancing together.
Good afternoon. Are you ready to do 3 big augmented? Are you ready? Are you really ready? Let's put our hearts and soul into this. What is it? Heavenly parents, true parents.